the lady there is happily willing to stand there and get shot, Gale will happily take advantage of this, run to her side, throw a dagger at the dude, and then get round behind her.
Alright. Roll it up. Alright, -4, which is a 13. -10, 3, +1, 4 damage. As this guy has a dagger flinked towards him, as the dagger spins towards, it just hits him right in his right arm. And for a moment, it pierces, but wasn't deep enough to actually penetrate so much. It just then falls off. You do see some blood coming out from his wound from his arm as he's trying to turn tail now.
Damn it!
Actually, his defense would be up because he is doing a movement. That means you only do 2 damage to him.
Damn it!
If I see him running as he's getting hit, I'll turn to the guy throwing the swords and just quickly say, if he's retreating, don't throw a sword at his back. There's no need in that. And I just still hold the defensive position.
I just kind of look at the person. I just kind of look at her with this perplexed expression.
All right, Hakon.
Do I have movement penalty since I took damage to the leg?
What are you right now in your health?
Still,
Are you?
I have 15.
Is that okay, or is that? Oh shit! You didn't even hit him. Oh wait, does it already do the? Yeah, it's already doing the penalties for you, Gale. But for you, Hakon, it should be also doing the penalties already because you are at HC 15.
So I have movement penalty, huh?
You don't have a movement penalty. You're actually still fine.
Okay, so So where did the javelin land? Is it around this spot right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to move to that spot, pick up the javelin, and throw it to that dude.
Okay. So you rush over, move with your shield up quickly, then picking up the javelin and throwing it again. Go ahead, roll. Oof. As this guy, first credit of the campaign, as this guy is just running back, just now turning back, running full sprint, Hakon picks up his spear and then lobs it towards this guy, and you just see this spear then just embed itself in the back of this guy's neck, very straight through. You can't see it, but the spear essentially lodges out through his mouth, and he just falls face first into this rusty ground, and then bleeds out.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, I missed that sound.
Nice.
Be right back real quick. I might have a quick slash.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay.
quickly walk my dog then, because I think she's gonna pee on my floor. Paul's met my dog, he could attest to that.
His dog's pretty excitable.
I mean, she's a puppy.
You know it's not gonna change.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she's also a boxer. I'll still be in Discord. I'm just stepping away from 420 for like 5 minutes.
All right. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yarp.
So the dudes that were just confronted you are now down on the ground. Apparently dead now. Just bleeding out as blood trickles out of the rusty ground, the rusty soil. But there's a brief solace that is then instantly interrupted by another noise. Still, the horn blowing out a sound. What are you guys doing?
I'll quickly
Gale's
take
gonna-
cover.
Yeah, Gale's gonna quickly go and pick up the knives that he left in these two nice gentlemen here.
All right.
Is it still just like, if we look beyond, are we just sort of surrounded by like a swirling sandstorm?
Yeah,
Can we
there's
actually
still that
see-
swirling sandstorm. This side, there seems to be like various rock formations similar to what you've been hiding in. There is also these things which are like sparsely spaced about. These metallic monoliths. But on the other side, where those archers were, there is just like a mass of these metallic monoliths. And there's something moving past the sandstorm. Something huge, but you can't see it. It's still far away.
Oh, shit. Killian do? The bad guys went, like, which directions did they go when they were retreating?
They went through here and through here, seemingly into the forest of these large metal monoliths, but staying away from here.
I think,
No, you saw all that arrows, but yeah.
I don't think Killian would decide. He'd look at they said who looks the most. I guess Bradonna took charge, right?
Shane, you still there?
He's walking his dog.
I don't know if he's like still can talk through his phone or something.
He's usually done pretty fast. Usually goes back in like 5 minutes or something.
Sorry, that just flickered.
There we go.
Hey, pick up the devil.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It looked like you and
I can hear the
the
dog.
other guy were kicking ass. Oh, you can hear my dog in the background?
I don't mean combat-wise. I mean, like personality-wise, Killian isn't the type who would like say, "Let's go this way." That's not who he is. So he'd look for someone to sort of take charge of the situation. And it seemed like that was Bradonna and really Hakon at the beginning. So I think he'd look at Bradonna for what to do.
Gale, you're still bleeding out of that arrow ball
Yeah.
on your.
He's irritated at the fact, but one thing does pique his interest more, and that is these weird metal wavy looking things.
You inspect these things, and they seem to be like part of the ground. And as the wind is moving, it seems to be blowing these things as if they were plants, but they're clearly metal. And as you touch them, like it is metal, but it's moving in a way like it's plants. You can't actually like move it itself. It's moving in accordance to the wind, but you can't force to move them. It's like if you touch it, you like your hand gets moved out of the way because it is like a moving metal.
Gale, he looks at it and pulls a face of pure confusion and just walks over to the amassing crowd of people.
As he hobbles towards your direction, you see this man in robes concealing most of his face, and there is still a bolt lodged in his stomach and is currently bleeding.
Instinct kind of moves up towards him, and just using his knowledge of the natural sciences, can you kind of deduce or help him in any way?
Roll it up. Yeah, you can easily remove the bolt, but you need to put him like laying down first and like essentially like operate on him. Not like surgically too much, but like remove the arrow and then staunch the wound.
I do have some, clean bandages and stuff, and a nice little surgical kit to help me out. So
but it's essentially a thing that you take time on.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I would pick up my javelin and then I would tend to the wound to my leg, because I have with me a healing balm and bandages.
All right. Quickly tend to your wound. Your wound is much lighter, as the bolt didn't exactly like lodge itself in your leg. It just like grazed your leg. So easily enough, you can quickly like bandage that up.
Killian's going to walk over to who doesn't know his Hakon, but the man earlier who seemed to try to protect him, and like put his hand on his shoulder, and say to Hakon, I'm still not undecided on the voice of this dude. Irish kind of works, but I might be a pain in the arse after a while. Well, first session's a time to experiment, so let's see. I'll try not Irish for this. I thank you for protecting me, friend. I saw you raised your shield. You were very, very valorous indeed. Sir, what is your name? What is my name?
With a slight chuckle, I replied, just doing my job. My name is Hakon.
Nope, you don't say your name. You don't say your name. You don't know who you are still.
Oh, so I don't know who am I?
Huh. Alright, Irish then. It seems that I don't remember my name either, Sir Knight. Well, I know what knights are, right? So I'm going to assume that he's a knight. Sir Knight. But I thank you for putting yourself in danger's way. As you can see, I'm not really as orientated towards being shot or stabbed. It's not really my forte. I mean, I don't even know what my forte was, but it seems that I did something. Those fellas didn't. Well, I gave him a good shock, that's for sure. And I put out a hand to shake his hand.
Shake it as well, Hakon?
Yeah.
To leave me hanging. Okay then. Never mind.
What's everyone else?
Focus on tending to my wounds.
What's everyone else doing?
I guess if this guy is going to walk up to me, it's like, I can help, and starts pulling out books.
Yeah,
and just
this guy you're looking at now, he looks familiar. Like, who is this guy? But it seems like as he tells you, like, I can help, there's a relief of, like, trust, even though you, like, clearly you don't know this guy. But for some reason he's familiar somehow. You don't understand the feeling.
I want to see the magical healer show up the science guy. Just as a magic user myself.
So Ilya, you're in deep contemplation?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
Just, I don't know, he's thinking about how he felt this great hope that was met with nothing. And I don't know, he feels terrible about it, like something should have happened, but it didn't, and I don't know, I guess he feels abandoned or something.
Alright. Bradonna, what are you doing?
Shane.
Yeah, sorry about that. Do I have my all my belongings on me? Have I stumbled upon my necklace yet?
You check your belongings, and then yes, you do find a necklace.
So I'm probably looking down at it, wondering what this name Aiden is, and clearly it's not my name. I'm not a man. And just rubbing my fingers over the engravings on it, piece together what the hell's going on.
You look at it, and there is this surge of familiarity, a surge of longing, but you don't understand why.
Yeah, I just lost in it, and then just finally coming out of it, looking at the group and trying to see if anyone has taken lead or any sense of direction where to go next. But that's what she's up to right now. That takes a good 10 minutes probably.
That to whoever was looking at that direction earlier, direction of where the horn was coming from, there is a visible shadow that grows more and more visible. That seems to swath its way through this swirling vortex of sand and rust. And through that, you see something massive, something monolithic, something monstrous. You see what seems to be... First, you notice it's some sort of snake, but it's so big, it's the size of a very large building. The size of a castle, this snake that seems to swish and swash through these columns as if they were just grass. But then it gets more and more clear. This is not a snake, as you see in front of the face that it has now. There is no face. There is just a gaping hole that is filled with these sharp metallic protrusions. It itself, it seems to be made out of this rusty leather. As all of you that see this, stop what you are doing right now.
Have I finished tending to his wounds, or?
No, you haven't had time. You were just about letting him lie down, about to you're operate this, and then you see this coming. All of you are staring at this thing, and it seems to be staring back at you. And you see the spike protrusions, the teeth that this thing has, seems to then rotate slowly. And there's some sort of this sticky oil or fuel or whatever this thing is, seems to be leaking out of its gaping maw. As you then hear a grotesque sound from it. Leaves your ears ringing for quite a while. Everyone roll me mental resistance.
My mental resistance is not good. Oh, got lucky. Yours is a +6, Gale?
Yeah.
Oh.
Fear strikes the lot of you. but especially for you, Einsank, Killian, and Gale.
Mm-hmm.
This thing.
What direction is it in, sorry? Above us, like north of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pull out the actual, like, icon.
That's why they didn't go that way.
This thing seems to be snaking around. Protrusions on its mouth seems to be like gaping as it roars, and there's still that ringing in your ears from its roar. You feel you should be running away from this thing.
If Gale sees this thing, he knows that this isn't something that he can take on. So he will, like, Chinese flip back onto his legs and just bolt.
And Mr.
As you do that, you kind of like you wince as like there's still like the arrow lodge in you. As you then try to rush away, and almost like as it roars, it seems to change like the swirls of the sandstorm around you. It's now much clearer over here as the sandstorm seems to open way, opening up to its roar, and you see far in the distance is just this field of rocks, metal, and this monolithic metallic protrusions from the ground leads to what seems to be a large building, and there's a door open that you can see far over there. Think to yourself, this may be a safe haven from this thing that's slowly like moving its way towards you.
Killian's gonna like start tugging on Hakon's arm like frantically, like, "We've got to go! Run! Look at that thing! Run!" And just tug on his arm and try to get him to run towards the opening.
Very much in favor of the running. In favor of the
Same.
running. Warrior lady.
Madonna's staying. She's gonna take it on.
Single-handedly.
But Donna's gonna like run too, but she's gonna be the last one back, kinda like see everyone else off.
Alright. They're all heading towards this visible like structure. Everyone, roll me feats.
This is really fun for me.
Yeah.
What's this? Feats?
Feats.
We're using our
Can we-
feet to run.
Can we use
I forgot I
acrobatics if we
had
have it?
ridiculous feats.
Straight feats.
The straight feats.
Alright.
Which everyone passed. You just need an easy. As you are running past, some of you like stumbling forward, but you, Bridana, being in the back, you make sure like you like pick up everyone like who seems to be like falling behind. As this thing right now is like, as you guys are running towards the structure, this thing is like, you now see that it is not like moving as a snake, or either though it's like moving in a serpentine motion. It does have like feet, these large metallic protrusions coming from its feet that seems to use itself to drag itself through this terrain. And when it gets to these like moving metals, it seems to like look at the grassy metal frames, and once more looks towards you. Once again, ringing in your ears. It's so far away from you now, but it seems like it's right next to you when it roars. There's just, you can't even hear each other right now. You're like gesturing towards the one building that you see, but there's just ringing in your ears as all of you slowly shuffle through. This thing making its way through the this field of like moving metals slowly, but it is moving.
It's moving very quickly. Got rid of behind us.
And then you finally get through. You get towards this from afar. It seems to be so small, but as you get closer and closer, you're not sure if it's just perspective, but this small house looks like a massive building now. A massive building made out of metal, made out of beams, metal frames, pipes. It's just a large, massive, monolithic structure. As you all rush through the doors, and as each and every one of you go through, it seems the door itself seems to just close on its own, as there is then this debris that falls off, closing the outside from where you are right now.
I gotta say, as a defensible position, this is probably the best we could ask for.
Hooray, we solved the giant bug puzzle.
Don't steal the thing I stole from Griffin.
I'm a master thief.
Wanted to take a quick look around and make sure there's not like immediate people hiding. Right before we're not interrupting anyone's lunch.
Right now, as you're like all like in this structure, it's incredibly dark here. It's like very dark. There are like breaks in the wall that you are now looking at. The wall seems to be made out of metal cobbled together with pipes and carved out stone. It's very strange. The ground itself is all just metallic, covered with rust. There seems to be some sort of fluid that seems to be thick and ripe about the ground.
I'll use my oil lantern so that we'll have light.
All right. Pull it out in your pack, and there is an oil lantern here, and you'll like that. It gives you more of a berth to where you are. There is just this massive hallway. On each side are these metal columns that leads downwards. You can't see past because it's just darkness, but you see a little bit around you. And there is just this smell of putridness in the air, like mix of gasoline. Although your characters don't know what gasoline is, but it smells like it's gasoline in your nostrils.
Berdana's just gonna quickly turn around and look at the door they came through and look if it's locked or has any type of barring mechanism.
You walk through?
Yeah, like the door we came in.
Yeah.
Did it behind us?
Looking at it now, like it was a gate earlier when you went through. Looking at it back, as you look at it, there is no gate there. There is just a part of this room that seems to have fallen in and seems to have caved in entirely.
Are there windows there? There as well? Are the windows there as well?
The windows are not actually there, but there are like breaks in the wall that like gives out some light, as if like there's this really deep crimson light coming from you're not sure where.
Yeah, because Killian would go to the window to try to see if he can see anything. He really wants... This place feels unnatural and alien to him. All he wants to see